psychological thriller horrors that you see nowadays when it comes to a lot of the movies. Like the Saw franchise started out as that before it got gory. You know, In the Mouth of Madness is another example of that. So just give it a shot.
It's kind of like they say, pain is temporary, trauma is everlasting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is basically what it is.
Yeah, I mean, again, horror, it varies. I mean, shit, people sit there and say, oh, well, Nightmare on Elm Street is horror. Really? Because I don't consider that scary. So how is that technically horror?
It depends on the individual.
It depends on the person. Just sit through it, make it through it. And if you guys need another incentive to watch this season or any season of American Horror Story, by that matter, it's based off of Dante's Inferno, in which the lead character has to go through 10 levels of hell. And each level, he is reliving some kind of life and some kind of hell. Henceforth, why every single season has recurring characters. Okay? So there definitely will be 10 seasons of this. This season is fear. And that is the level of hell that they're at right now. So if you need a further incentive to ever watch any of these seasons or episodes, there you go. There's a And yet, that's the one people say they hate the most.
I know, which is fine. I loved Hotel the most.
Yeah, me too.
Because prior to Hotel, I loved Asylum the most.
Yes.
But then Hotel came out, and it was like, oh, this is just fantastic. I don't know, maybe it's just the 80s buff in me, and I love I don't know. But I just, from episode 1, I loved it.
It was because it was more gothic horror.
But I love the style, I love the music, and everything like
that.
Now, getting back to this one, it didn't hook me right away. More so because I found Sarah Paulson's character very annoying. Mm-hmm. I had mentioned it's just very, very annoying. Evan Peters is fantastic.
Oh, he can do no wrong.
He really, he's great at these over-the-top characters.
He is.
He really, really is. And I mean, I love Evan Peters' character, even though you're not supposed to love him, because he's obviously a complete douchebag and psycho.
Yeah.
But when I say I love him, I mean more so just what he brings to the table, doing what he does. Mm-hmm. He's so good at it. And again, I guess the same could be said for Sarah Paulson. I mean, Sarah Paulson's character is always, I don't know, I don't know if it's her voice.
It's her voice.
Or she screams and then she yells. It's just like,
I know.
Don't. But I just find her character very unlikable in this season thus far. Maybe, again, it's only episode 1.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. Because her character from Hotel, by the last couple of episodes, she endeared herself. I actually started liking her. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to wait and see.
The one thing about her character and her acting that I will say, especially to anybody that does watch that has, like, intense phobias, the way she acted out how one gets when they are scared.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no doubt in her ability.
To a T how it is, because I'm not going to state what my major phobia is, because I did to one person and they used it against me, remember? That's exactly how I get. Yeah. Where I have to, like, run out of a room, or I'll start crying, or that's exactly, like, she really nailed it with how fear and anxiety can just get, like, she fucking nailed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt. I mean, again, I'm not knocking her acting ability.
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
This is just more from a character standpoint. I just don't like the character this far.
I know.
But again, gotta wait it out, and let's see where it goes. All right, well, jumping forward with Wednesday news. Let me just prep up
Although, one other quick thing, if you need another reason to watch, clown sex.
Clown sex.
Clown sex.
That's the one thing about the show. There are limits to how many F-bombs you can drop and the things you can get away with. And the creators of American Horror Story go right to the line every time. So we can go right here. That's where we're going.
Clown sex.
Anyway. All right, well, jumping forward to Wednesday news. For a lot of you classic comic readers and everything like that, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, is getting a reboot.
Holy shit.
Not in comic book form, not in small screen form, but big screen form. Now, a lot of you might be going, oh, God, here we go, another one. This one actually has some importance to it, though. Sheena actually predates Diana, a.k.a. Wonder Woman, by 4 years, as she was the first female comic book character to receive her own title way back in 1938. The character was basically a female take on Tarzan, an orphan raised by animals who grew up to become a force for good in the jungle. Sheena has been depicted in live action before. First by Irish McCalla in the 1955 television series, then by Tanya Roberts in the 1984 film, and finally by Gina Lee Nolan in the short-lived 2000 television reboot. So this is actually rather a big deal. You know, they're obviously trying to follow that momentum that Wonder Woman has created and everything like that. And a lot of people, you know, some people were looking at, oh, great, another superhero thing. But, you know, again, it was a little actually important, relevant history to it. Whereas, you know, everybody's Wonder Woman. It's like, well, yes, Wonder Woman, but there was one before her.
No, it's awesome. It's opening up the world to other. It's doing for women in comics what Evanescence did for female-led heavy metal, orchestral, symphony, Beauty and the Beast, rock and roll music.
Exactly.
Because, hey, you listen to Evanescence, oh, wait, here's Lacuna Coil. Oh, wait, here's Within Temptation. And then you're like, whoa! So, Wonder Woman is doing that for women in comics. That's awesome.
She's opening the floodgates for all, past and present. Which is great.
Fantastic.
All right, well, continuing Wednesday news. For you NYCC goers, I got a little bit of a tidbit of a going on that weekend.
Oh God.
Basically, Pacific Rim 2. Everybody's been waiting on that. What's the news? When are we getting a trailer and everything like that? Well, you can be privy yourself to seeing the debut trailer of Pacific Rim 2, as it'll be debuting at a special event. Now, here we go. Announced this week is one that sticks out to Monster Giant fans. The first full trailer for Pacific Rim Uprising is coming to NYCC. The event will take place at the theater at Madison Square Garden, and director Stephen S. DeKnight will be on hand to present. Now, again, I don't know how that all works out in terms of getting tickets for the MSG stuff or anything like that.
No, just show your path and we'll take you right in there.
There you go. So if you are interested, just, I guess, check on the NYCC site, see what time they're planning on doing this special event and everything like that. And then head on cross town to Madison Square Garden and go check out the trailer for Pacific Rim 2. Lord knows I know I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Which means I'll be YouTubing that night.
I want to see Atlantic Rim 2.
Oh, my God. Oh, no, we got to watch
Brought to you by the Asylum Productions.
We got to watch The Bulk.
God,
that is on Amazon.
I want to work for that company so bad.
But The Bulk wasn't Amazon. Wasn't Asylum.
No, I know it wasn't. I'm just generally saying.
I love acting. Okay, everybody knows I love acting, and I haven't gotten a chance to do it in a really long time. But I said this to Miss Foxy. My crowning achievement would not, at this point, would not be to be a name actor. My crowning achievement was to be just to be in an Asylum Pictures film. And if it could be in a Sharknado movie and just be a person who gets killed by a shark, that'd be my Oscar. That'd be my Emmy. I'm like, you like me. You really like me. I just bow, and I'd be done.
That's technically not what she said.
I don't
Remember,
care.
Mandela effect.
Whatever. Okay. Point is, that would be the crowning achievement for moi.
I agree. It would be. That
would be the crowning fucking achievement.
I know.
Like, look, in 2 seconds, there I am. I'm dead.
I know.
And I would watch it over and over again.
I know.
It'd be the greatest thing. Again, even if it's not Sharknado, to say I could do one Asylum film, I wouldn't care what it is. I know. Orderly number 8. I don't care. It's the one.
I know.
I don't give a shit what it is.
Agreed.
See that shoulder on the edge of the screen? Yeah, that's me.
You can see my tattoo right there.
Right there. Anyway, jumping forward to Thursday news already. As I said, it was a slow week. I mean, there was a lot of news. It was just a lot of spot news. Nothing really worth, jumping out and everything like that. We rarely have these weeks. And a sad bit of news that Spike actually had shared on the Nerd Herders page.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And I'll give you the full rundown very, very shortly. Sci-Fi has already... sorry, Robert Pays and everybody else. Sci-Fi has already canceled Blood Drive after 1 season.
Disappointing.
The article reads as such. The 13th episode of Sci-Fi's Blood Drive literally aired this week, and it's unfortunately going to forever be the last. The Grindhouse-style series, which premiered back in June, has just been canceled by Sci-Fi after just 1 season. Series creator James Rowland just broke the news over on his blog, citing low ratings as the reason why Sci-Fi decided to pull the plug on his blood-soaked baby. Goes on to say, quote, "I'm not privy to all the details," Rowland wrote. "Obviously the ratings were low, but it was also a very noisy show on social media, thanks to you guys, and a very well-reviewed show with critics as well. This I do know. Despite canceling us, Sci-Fi was the only network with the steel to make the show in the first place." He continues, "It was Sci-Fi that took the risk from that, and I'm forever grateful, even if I did get super pissy whenever I couldn't show enough gore and dick and titties. But I'm confident they knew it was just because I'm a pervert and didn't take it personally. I'm bummed that Blood Drive didn't pay off for them the way they wanted, but I can't believe we got away with a full season of the craziest show on television." Rowland also noted that he hopes this isn't the end. "There's definitely no season 2 in the immediate future, but I remain cautiously optimistic there's more story to tell in this world," he explained. "NBC Universal owns the show, so when the time comes, I'll approach them with some ideas and we'll see what they think." But for now, unfortunately, yeah, that's gonna be it for Blood Drive. Now, Spike, obviously you've been watching the series. 13th episode just passed, and as they said, that's the final episode. That's it.
Yeah, it aired, and then like maybe an hour later, they broke the news.
Now with the episode, again, we haven't been privy to watch the show yet or anything like that, because it was like one of those things we were going to watch really soon. Now with this series, is it like one story through the whole thing, or is it like side stories within this time? And with the season finale, which is now the series finale, is it a definitive end? Like, remember we used to watch Flash Forward, and it was like, it was very rushed and mixed because it was the writer's strike, and then it got canceled, and it was like, this was a very mishmashed series finale with a lot of questions. Did that end that way for you, or was the ending of this like, all right, well, at least it has a definitive end?
It seemed like it was rushed a little bit near the end, because there were some plots where I was a little confused about. And then, again, in the ending, they did leave it open that there could have been a second season, but, obviously there isn't. Right. But, yeah.
So basically now, so like Flash Forward, you're left with, like, shit, there's questions and this story will never be answered.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That sucks, man. That's really horrible when that happens to shows. Like, that really, really is terrible when it happens to shows.
That tends to happen to a lot of ones that we end up liking, too.
Yeah, because there was Eliza Duke's Dollhouse.
666 Park Avenue.
666 Park Ave, yep. Like, it's like Game of Thrones. Don't say you like it.
Yeah. Don't say you like a show.
Because then it gets canceled. It's the same thing. Don't ever say out loud you like a character on Game of Thrones.
That's what actually, remember I said I had that talk with Alexis last time? Because I told her the same thing. She's like, you don't watch Penny Dreadful? I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't watch shows when they're still new, because every time I do, they get canceled. I'm like Penny Dreadful, for example. I'm waiting for it to end before I could watch it, because I know I'm going to like it. And that's when the news broke that the season 3 was their last season. And she's like, you did that.
She blamed you.
You did that. I'm like,
what's funny, because she actually liked Blood Tribe too. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah. She's like, yep, you did that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, pressing forward with Thursday news.
Does your shirt say Hell's Kitchen's food? No. Okay. Whatever thing he said, this said Hell's Kitchen's food.
No.
Moving forward with Thursday news. Now we had broke the story back in, I believe it was June or July, that Disney was going to begin pulling its content from Netflix. So, of course, the big question everybody arose was, well, what about the Marvel and the Star Wars properties? And then supposedly they were working out a deal with them to keep them on there, past the 2019 date, or at least for a little while longer. Well, apparently the news had finally broke yesterday. They are actually going back on the deal now, and as originally planned with all the content, everything will be leaving in 2019 in lieu of their new app channel. So yes, Netflix will now in fact be losing Star Wars and Marvel properties as well.
Even like their Defenders series?
See, that's the thing. That's the other
thing.
question.
They own that too.
See,
Yeah,
that's a
'cause
question. That's a
yeah.
questionable. See, I don't know how that
That's
works.
the thing. Like, when I heard Marvel, that was the first thing that I thought of was
Yeah.
the Netflix Marvel shows. Because, yes, they're Marvel and they're Disney, but they wouldn't exist